Welcome back, YouTube, to my Harvestman DS 100% playthrough part 60. I am not at the Chicken Festival just yet, because I figured we could just play a couple of days up until the Chicken Festival. Also, so then that way you guys could see me working on... the crops, because I realized that I didn't have 4 bags of seeds for the pumpkin seeds, so I needed to plant pumpkins, and I also planted the pineapples, so that way we could get the level 4 out of both. Well, get one more level 4 seed out of the pumpkins, save the level 4 pumpkins, and then, of course, get level 4 seeds out of the pineapple. So, just to show you guys that I did plant them, I'm working on them. Also, so then that way we could write our note down on... Holy crap, we're up to 6? Weasel still fucking hates me. Weasel will never love me. I think I just need to come down to that thing. But we can finally look at the yams and actually take it seriously. Okay, so it's 24,307 compared to our notes. We almost went up 2,000. Almost. At the beginning of spring, we had 22,457 yams. So we were very, very close. It is looking, it is still about what I expect. It truly is about what I expect when it comes to the amount of yams that we get outside of autumn. But it's better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. Always better than nothing. This is also the season for bad weather, so we need to keep track. Man, I sure do love driving you guys nuts with yams. That seems to be the only day that I ever really start recording anymore, is when I have to do the yams. But hey, this is a very important part of our process here. Oh, also, for anybody who is worried about their European version of course, we found several things that still don't work right with the European version compared to the Japanese version. We've still found problems with the localization, but it's still better than the North American version. But to assure anybody who does want to try to marry the Witch Princess or the Harvest God, or the Harvest Goddess, I promise you both of the main glitches that show, if you are able to do it, works. Okay, I promise you, because very early on, I made sure to get the choker, or otherwise known as the pink necklace, however you look at it. As you can see, we got the choker, and then the other thing, which is really only a problem... I'll go to it, I don't care. Which is only the problem with the Harvest Goddess, is obtaining buckwheat flour from Thomas at the New Year's Eve festival. The very last day of the year, at that festival. Buckwheat flour. He doesn't hand you buckwheat flour unless you get really lucky in the game, in the North American version. So, both Witch Princess and the Harvest Goddess are available to marry in the European version. Just remember that if you do go for the Witch Princess, and you're trying to figure out what to do for 10,000 gifts, don't try the cat. Cat is useless. Cat's useless. Cat does nothing. But yeah, again, just... I know that you can... in my very first video, I did put in the description, and maybe I've kept it in the descriptions following after, because I do keep trying to copy descriptions from old videos, so maybe it is still underneath this video, of having the link to explain the number on the back of the cartridge for people who have the North American version, to find out if it's the bugged where you can't marry anybody, where you can't marry them, or the somewhat fixed version to where at least you can marry the Witch Princess and Harvest Goddess. somewhat. I don't even know if it actually... And no, I think the buckwheat... I think it does talk about the buckwheat flour being fixed too. But, great times, right, guys? Older games and localizations. Ooh. But yeah, I just wanted to, like, reiterate that the the European version is the best version that you can hope for outside of the Japanese version. The best. And the worst part is that unless you're playing them on the PC, you can't play with older consoles. Get ready for it. You can't play other region... That's a new one. I just ate it! Gonna have to make a new sign. Jesus. With the older consoles, you have to... The games are region-locked to region consoles. So in order to play the Japanese version, you would need a Japanese console. Keep that in mind if you think that it's gonna be super easy just to go play the Japanese version on your console. No, not that easy. Granted, I know everybody who grew up with the region lock thing understands it and would get it right away and know that they couldn't do it. But just in case if anybody else is looking for it, I need to remind you guys that region locked is very serious business. Very serious business. Dog. I don't want to read the sign. I want to pick up the dog. And there runs the horse as I'm trying to move the brush. Why does the horse hate me? I've been nothing but kind to it. Yeah, I think the horse is the one that I've never touched with the touch glove once. I don't think I have. So that might be it, guys. That might honestly be it. I haven't touched it once. And obviously, I did overbuy my medicine the last time I was bought the stuff from Van. I did overbuy because it's the 3rd of the month and I still have 2 slots of medicine. But that's okay. I'll just buy less this next go around. I did kind of forget that the 1st of the summer is a festival. That's what got me. I forgot the first day is a festival because it's welcoming Kai back to the village. You know, I don't think it's called village. Where am I? Valley. In the valley. Oh my god. Remember how last week my brain was pretty dead? Apparently it is still very dead. And these cows are pushing my patience. I'm just putting that out there now. I have to stop getting angry at these cows. Okay, starting today with you, YouTube. I will not get angry at these cows. It is not worth my energy to get angry at cows. They're gonna die this year anyway. But don't tell them that. I have a feeling that they are. I'm pretty sure the cows are at year 4. I think it was the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the cows that were at year 4. When I looked over everybody, it was the cows, and then... Oh, wait, I think there was also a set of sheep. 1 barn of sheep that were at year 4. Which makes perfect sense since year 2 was the time that I was trying to expand to work on the other sprites in my list of things. So, it all comes together eventually. It all comes back. It's not great to know that we'll be losing them, but it's fine. Oh, and then it also sucks that I started getting duck medium eggs, and then that's when my ducks died. We have to make them friendly with us again. Sheepy, sheepy! Sorry, I also had, you know, my addiction to mobile games. You know, it's actually kind of hard for me to say it's a full addiction to mobile games nowadays, because I have so little that I play. And yes, granted, sometimes one of those mobile games, one or two, up to two of those mobile games can end up making me spend a lot of time playing. Can take up a lot of time depending on what events are going on. But I don't think I play mobile games as much as I used to. And it's honestly mainly because of all my content creation taking up a lot of time. That also helps. This shit takes a lot. And the one thing that I'm definitely failing a lot on is not social interaction, connections. Making connections with others. Not really great at it. Not really. I'll be honest. I've never been great at making connections. Even one of my best friends that I have right now, the Canadian friend that I think I may have mentioned here and there on YouTube, if not, it's definitely been on my in my streams. My Canadian friend that I have, I would have never met them, ever known them, if it wasn't for the other really good friend that I had doing all the work. Literally did all the work of actually reaching out to talk to them outside of reading fan fiction, reading their fanfics. Outside of that, they're the ones that did all the work. My other good friend did all the work to contact and talk to and set up a time where we could meet each other because we found out we were all going to the same convention in Canada. So, yeah. Never would have happened if it was just me at the helm. I am not good at connections. I definitely am. I lack in the social department. Bigly. That's also why I really like the interactions in chat and in comments, because it can at least happen when I'm ready. Well, I mean, Twitch chat's a different story, but at least with YouTube comments, it can kind of happen on my time. And it happens on my time. My computer and Elgato are going through it today! I'm so glad I bought a new Elgato. I genuinely don't know if it's because of the Elgato or because of the PC. But I'm hoping something ends up working better from having bought the Elgato. God, please let it work better. I really hope it does. Are my ducks really gonna be out of sync with their laying of the egg? Gonna lose my mind. Did it not? Is that the duck? Chicken egg. I was trying to place it on the duck eggs. So confused. Okay, you know what? What's even funnier is that I don't play with the sound on a lot of the times because I need headphones plugged in. I need headphones plugged in because it is a tower and a monitor where I play my PC games. So when I'm skipping days, you know, or not skipping, I promise, I'm still giving gifts to the Witch Princess every day as much as it pains me. When I'm working through days in between recording sessions, I don't have my headphones plugged in. So I play it completely mute, which doesn't super help, you know, when I'm used to having the noise cues when picking up the yams. Obviously, it's not going to help me there. Whatever, right? Whatever. So, Hearing the sound of the fatigue music change is drastic to me sometimes, because I'm like, man, I haven't heard that in a while. But every day, I guarantee you, every day I'm like close or working my way to passing out because of how much I just do. I do too much work on my farm. My sprites are useless. They are. They're very useless. I'm afraid. I'm genuinely afraid of them properly taking care of my animals. Oh, I should be getting the new Yam Peach 4. Not Yam. Yams are on the brain. We're getting our Peach 4. Why are you flowering? Did I plant the wrong thing there? I hope not. Look at me remembering to water my crops. Okay, so the top one is obviously the pumpkins. The bottom one is the pineapples. Because the pumpkins are a one and done grow session, so not that big of a deal. Okay. Back to the fun. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and I love the fact that a community member has admitted that they are considering going for the Witch Princess. Stronger than I am. So much stronger than I am. It's not happening yet, but if and when it does, I need everybody to send their support to Micah. Everybody send support, because if you haven't done it yet, or if you haven't listened, or if you have never looked up how to date the Harvest Goddess, or if you haven't fully paid attention to the pain that I've gone through just to get the Witch Princess. Again, I say the Harvest Goddess is still harder than the Witch Princess, so send support. Just in case. Like, even if it's not obviously, even if it's not happening right now, send the support. Ugh, stop. Stop. What are we doing? Why are we having problems today? All you're doing is pissing me off. And I just said I wouldn't get angry at the cows. Even though this isn't a cow issue, but I just said I wouldn't. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. I was watching something that's nowhere near related to Animal Crossing. But watching that and knowing that there was an update, knowing that there was an update to Animal Crossing, I almost want to play it again. I definitely don't think I have strong enough motivation or ambition to want to play, to want to start over completely. But apparently part of the Animal Crossing update, it gives you a chance to have kind of like a half island? A second island that's like a half island? Which is kind of nice, because then you can, build 2 islands, when you would normally only have 1 per save. So I'm kind of tempted to try it because of that. But I also have this feeling that as soon as I get back into it, I'm going to remember all the stuff that I would like to do to my current island, and I'll just remember how much I don't want to do it, and I'll just stop playing again. Now, I'm not saying that's anything bad to the game. I put a hella amount of hours into that game. I enjoyed that game a lot. But it's definitely one of those games that the later game and end game progression does not hold my attention well enough. There's not enough structure. Which is why, outside of the fact that Grand Bazaar just takes too long to reach the next stage of my family life, I could have seen that game... I could still see that game being one where it's very easy for me to continue playing in the later years. like some games, you just gotta take a break. Which is kind of funny that I've never really taken a break from this game. Because I could have easily have taken a break by now. Easily. But I'm pretty sure that with how well placed all of the goals and all of the goals have been set and achieved, it has held my interest. Because now at this point, it will either be the 10,000 gifts with the Witch Princess, or getting the 700 wool sheared with the Touch Glove. That's what we're looking at. And when those hit, it's going to be amazing. Which, by the way, I do believe, because I'm pretty sure we have passed the point where I should have seen the 5,000 gift, if there was. Alright, I should lead it with this. If there was a 5,000 gift given dialogue with the Witch Princess, we should have gotten it by now. We should have gotten it by now. So, I don't think there is one. I think it jumps from 1,000 to 10,000. So I'll try to make it to where I'm playing or recording every day consecutively in autumn. So then that way we can catch it together. Please. I am also glad that I missed the first day of summer, obviously, because it was also partially the festival. But the first day of summer, I did forget that the trees were going to be harvestable this season. So even though I missed the first day, I was like, I don't think I need to worry about it because I still have to wait for the fruit to grow on the trees anyway. So at least I haven't missed any. Yay! Good God. Please? It's still so much effort to do this, guys. And see, again, I want to kind of complain about how long it takes to do this, to give her 10,000 gifts this way. But I'd still rather do this than basically 100% the game. Which 100%ing the game does open up, I think... I don't know if it opens up the circus, or if it opens up just that rock that always, when I accidentally clicked it, because when I teleport to the spring that's next to where the circus should be, it says that the mark, all I remember really from the dialogue is the mark. There's obviously more to it, but I'm pretty sure that rock will unlock something as soon as you get the 100%. I also don't remember how to unlock the circus. I feel like I remember at one point, somewhere that I was reading for something else, I saw it talking about the circus, but I could have sworn it said year 4. I could have sworn it said year 4. And I've never seen the circus, or maybe it is something that just happens after you complete everything. But I can definitely say I've never seen this circus. Never. Depending on how it's unlocked, I'd say we could even try for it. I feel like I'm definitely enough years in for it to be just naturally unlocked if that was the case. thoughtful, you're thoughtful, you're thoughtful. Oh, we're done. Okay, we gotta go buy 3 more medicine stacks. Only 3, though. Because we only need 4 stacks to get us to the next van day. And I overbought the last one because I forgot about the first day of summer, so... Only 3. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm also pretty sure that it is gonna rain. Yes. So when we go home, we gotta get the animals in. Come here! That is the last thing we really have to do. I was about to say, where are said animals? Where the hell did I miss the cat? It's always one. It is truly always one animal that just wants to be hard to find. You motherfucker. I'm so glad that I was like, okay, well, I guess it's just time to mash the button behind all the buildings because my cat is sleeping. Constantly sleeping, in fact. Okay, let's move you down. Grab the medicine. Close it up, and go to bed. Go to bed. Bedtime. Bedtime! My favorite part of the day, being able to progress to the next. Because I have so much work ahead of me. And at least I don't have to water the outside. Again, I do still miss the pet, the frisbee thing with the dog. Dang it. I definitely don't think I was that great at the frisbee, but I really enjoyed it. Not saying that I don't mind Kai's buffet when he comes back, but I like the minigame better. Okay. I know everybody's tired of the yams, including me, but okay. Yeah, get away from the door. Fucking bitch. Okay, so I may have made a promise to not get angry with the cows, but apparently I'm still gonna get angry at everything else. Anger issues what? What? We also might have to buy more feed for the chickens. Or for the coop. Oh, and I do really appreciate that apparently so far, whatever mushrooms you put in here, you get to keep forever until you want to change it out. So that's actually pretty awesome, because if you were still giving the Witch Princess one gift a day, you could keep ahead of how many gifts you have to give her with the mushrooms, because you get 6 every 4 days, and that's only 4 days of gifts before you have an extra 2 sitting in your pocket. So it's pretty nice. Should have bought that a while ago, even though, again, with the amount of gifts that you have to give the Witch Princess and how long it takes to even get to the Purple Heart, I don't think you need to worry about giving the best gifts to her. Or you don't have to worry about giving the best gifts. Now, obviously, don't give her gifts that she likes, but there's absolutely no concern about the love relationship points. No concern about that. Yeah. I know. You're always tired. I almost want to try the music, changing the music again, to see if it does play off the farm, just to give us something different, but I'm also fairly certain I remember it not working the way that I expected it to. Which is funny, because even with a new game like Stardew Valley, with the jukebox, I think it works still about the same. So I'm kind of wondering if it's just something that's difficult with the coding of the game. And that's why when you want to pick... No, it can't be that difficult. A Wonderful Life does it just fine. Just fine. Nope, everybody just hates it. Everybody else just hates music. Gotcha. At least we settled that. Then again, the way the valley works in A Wonderful Life is different compared to Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon DS. A Wonderful Life, technically, even though I think the music still worked when you were inside of buildings. Like whatever music you picked, I think it still worked inside of buildings? Houses? God, I might have to just play a day just to see. But I think it did work, no matter where you were at in the valley, that whatever song you picked on the record player, that song would play. Now, obviously, if I walked into Romina's house, we would get the Romina music, which makes sense, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But at least it reaches more than just your farm. But again, you don't really have a loading screen when you leave your farm to go into the valley or up to the mountains or anything like that. It's not a true loading screen. And maybe that's why. Or A Wonderful Life just figured out how to properly work the record player, and then they decided to never use it again. I don't know why I'm tired. I found out my week's gonna be slightly shorter than I first expected, so it's like... I am happy to know that I'm not gonna be as busy as I originally thought I was gonna be. Pumpkins, get out of here. Actually, I don't know why I pocketed you. Get out. It would be really funny if I ended up on the next tier for throwing out items. That would be funny. Ooh, not good. I ran too much into her. Now, partially because I'm lazy, and because I'm really sick and tired of not having enough space to have all the yams and all the medicine spanned out to be able to give gifts one at a time. But if I do, the last time that I got medium milk from my cows, I did just absolutely throw it to the ground. Which is why I said it would be funny if I ended up reaching the next one, because I have been throwing more items out. I have. I do kind of wish when you're throwing away a stack of items, though, you didn't have to throw it out one at a time. But now, obviously, the time that you can throw out more than one is if you're sitting at your trash can inside of your house. Then it will let you throw out more than one at a time. Because that throws away whatever stack or whatever item is in your slots. Obviously, when you're going to throw things out, though, with the trash can, because I believe I did it a couple times on recording, make sure you are hitting the right spot, or if you're paranoid about accidentally throwing out something that is important, just take out everything from the slots, and then that way you know you won't accidentally throw out something that you need to keep. Or I don't really know exactly if the game would let you. I think the game actually did let me throw away. No, I think I did sell the extra accessories that I got. I think? Or I never got any extra accessories and only got the one of each? I don't remember now. Please. Beautiful. So many gifts. See, the worst part is that I almost want to say, well, YouTube, make me a comment if you want a specific gift given to the Witch Princess a lot of times over. Because the worst part is that if I were to ask that and try to do it myself, one, it might end up being an item that she doesn't like. Two, how difficult would it be to get a lot of that item? And I do mean a lot. I do know I have a lot of extra grass that I could give her, but I really do want to save the grass for cooking recipes, since there just seems to be enough things needed with the frickin' grass. Please? Please? Thank you. Growing desperate over here. Oh, a random thing that I do really like hearing. I know this is going to sound odd too, but when I'm playing TCG Card Shop Simulator, I really like hearing when I'm typing in the numbers for the card payments or typing in the numbers for prices on items. I love all of that. It sounds so good. Even though I know a lot of people want quiet keyboards for, you know, a bunch of good reasons. But I don't mind hearing a keyboard, especially when it's something like playing a game or typing out numbers. Honestly, I think it would be really, really funny when I do finally cave in on probably one of my longer Saturdays or when I'm playing a PC game. When I finally cave in to show you guys exactly how fast that I type, which is why part of what I want to, one of the things that I think I would like to do at one point is get one of those typing video games so you guys can actually see it also when I'm under pressure. I think it would be fun. Granted, I also think it would be fun to have others playing with me, but I think it would be fun. I think I could have played out one more day before I had you guys join in. Oops. Oops. That's okay, you guys want to watch me watch the... Oh, shit. She's already moving. Watch the light slowly drain from my eyes as I give her another gift, and another gift, and another gift, and another gift. Oh my god. Oh, Witch Princess, I'm so glad that I'm doing this once because it will never happen again! There we go. There we go. Let's go. In some way, as addicted as I am to Warframe already, and how much I already do play that game, I am super grateful that I do like playing that game, and I'm really into playing it again, because it does help me keep from playing the same games over and over again. Like farming simulator games. It keeps me from playing too many of them. And I'm not saying... now, obviously, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, please, with farming simulator games. I've obviously made some of my community through playing these games, but it does get samey. No matter how much people try to make it different, it can still quickly become a very same thing. Which is why I like Warframe as much as it is again, because with it being the way that it is, it still has a lot going on in the game that even when you play it, there's still a lot that you can do. A lot of different things. Like if you just wanted to go in and mine, you can go in and mine. Make money off of mining stuff. Make money off of fishing. All that stuff. What do we got? Oh, we're fine. One more. Hopefully she doesn't walk through me before I get that one more out, but... Oh yeah, we could also... Nick, welcome. You're gonna love me someday. I didn't check the weather. That was almost a storm. Guaranteed, we almost got screwed. Although, I think we did make it to where all of our barns and our coop. No. obviously, not all of them. We do have 2 golden lumber barns, but all of our buildings that hold animals should withstand every storm. I don't like that there's still a chance that the stone building can get destroyed, but it's nowhere near what it's like with any other below. Okay. It's not gonna rain tomorrow, which means the next 2 days it won't rain, since the 7th is the chicken festival. Aw, YouTube. You could start placing your bets. Will we get third? So we haven't gotten third yet with the chickens, right? Well, we only have 2. And they're not going up very fast. Oh boy. So yeah, place your bets. Will we get third? You know, that's what I need to do too when I'm early on in the farming simulator games. I really, really need to get to the point where I can say that, make it more fun when I'm playing them on stream by making people gamble their channel points on what I'll win at festivals. God, I'm thinking about it again. Like, even just trying to get your animals to win festivals for better quality products, it takes so long. So long. I truly did not think that we would have a Harvest Moon game that was longer than A Wonderful Life. Truly didn't think so. I still haven't compared yet to see how long my 100% save is on A Wonderful Life versus my stream save for Grand Bazaar. I still haven't compared the playtime. I think the playtime is going to be freaking ridiculous. I didn't check the trees yesterday. I'm probably going to have 2 different fruits ready to go today. All because I forgot to check. Whoops. The moment I don't have to water my plants, I forget everything. I either forget to water or I forget everything. I saw it coming. We're fine. Yeah, really, the moment that I turn before pocketing the yam, that's the moment that I'm about to throw it away. That is the moment. If you're looking for any clue, that's it. I hope to God. Granted, I know you guys won't be able to catch the yams that I throw out when I'm not recording. I don't want to know how many yams I've thrown out. And I hope nobody's actually keeping count. I want that number to stay between God and not me. Just not me. I don't want it. I will hold fast to my quote of math is always disappointing in video games. Always. I'm gonna hold to that. Want that written down. Want that written on my gravestone. Put in as a quote on a plaque. That's what I need. Nope. Well, alright. Waste the water. Waste the water. It's not like I haven't been doing the same thing every day in this game for about 2 years in game time. Please? Oh yeah, never expect me to go back into the mines at this point. I don't think there's gonna be a time where I'm bored enough to want to go back. And it's not because I want to rush ending this game. It has been pretty nice to actually make it to year 6 in a Harvest Moon game like this, and mean it seriously. It's been pretty awesome. Like, this is gonna be one of my better feeling games, feeling playthroughs, feeling saves that I've had ever since I've played a Harvest Moon game. Because I never get this far in these games. Never. I'm usually 2 or 3 years in and then I want to restart. And the funny thing too is that I'm like, I'm gonna date somebody else. And I still date the same person. Like, I love Mass Effect. I adore Mass Effect. I'm so glad my friend kept talking about it and actually got me to play it. And I also streamed it as well for my first time playing through. I'm so glad I played that game. But every time I sit there and go, man, I want to play through it again just to have a different love interest. Just to experience a different love interest. I would like that. I know in my hearts of hearts, I don't think I could date anybody else other than Garrus. I will walk around that ship, flirt with everybody under the sun, try to walk away, but as soon as he walks in and sits down, all confident after sniping a lot of people around me, and just showing that he's alive and I'm alive and his reaction, I'm doomed. Garrus has a charm. There is something about the writing and obviously the voice acting that the person did with Garrus that just, chef's kiss, amazing. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do it. As much as I love other characters in that game, I do not realistically believe I could ever date anybody else. I know the one thing that I would definitely change if I did actually play through all 3 games again. I know the one thing I would hands down immediately change. Never dating Caden. I think that's his name. Never date him. It is ridiculous the way that he acts when Shepard comes back alive. I hated that. I could kind of understand why my friend said, go ahead and date him. You know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Date him. It'll be fun and everything. And it was definitely more for the reaction of what I think about him after, you get back. Because obviously it's a very interesting reaction. Interesting plot. This is the rock that I'm talking about. The Great Farm King Mark rests here, yeah. So I think you open up whatever that is once you get the 100%. Okay, so I understand the reason why my friend wanted to do it. Because I think compared to when you're back alive with if you were dating Liara, which was my first choice in Mass Effect 1. Liara was my first choice. I would have dated her. And so there's just more tension, more interesting plot lines to have with Caden when you do date him and then come back alive in the second game. So I get it. I get the reasoning behind it. But he's such a little bitch! So annoying. So I will never do it again. Liara all the way. Liara all the way. And then, as like I said, I don't think I could date anybody else other than Garrus. I will try my heart out. But I just know. I'd cave. I'll cave! I definitely don't say everybody has one particular type that they like. I know. Oh god, yeah, I missed a lot. It's okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Fill up my pockets, please. Okay, that's level 4. Please don't do that, though. I only really got 1 banana. Oh, now I'm just filling up my pockets. This is ridiculous. Okay, anyway, so I think the only way that I'm going to be able to properly experience... Oh my god, stop doing that, too. The only way that I would ever properly experience anybody else's dating is if I just watch somebody else date them. Just go watch all the cutscenes from somebody else. I know where I'm weak. I know. I'm weak to the cricket man. Okay? I don't care if it's dangerous to date the cricket man. Mainly because of possible body fluids. Thank you. Oh god, I'm not gonna remember his name. He's the Solarian on your ship. And it makes me really sad knowing that I forgot his name because his plot line made me so freaking sad. And I'm glad that I know ways to not spoil anything. If Mass Effect is even a game that anybody wanted to watch themselves, experience themselves, or haven't, and just haven't done yet, because it is honestly a really long game. And that's also another reason why I would find it really difficult to play through, just because of how long it is. Now, I think you could... I don't think it's terrible to skip the first game. Don't quote me 100% on that either. I don't think it's terrible to skip the first game. All the first game really does is set up a better starting point in relationships with your crew. Versus having to start completely over, even though I think you would still have some kind of rapport with them. Obviously, I've never just started from 2. The only time that I played Mass Effect was once through, and I did it from beginning to end. First to 3, and then Andromeda. Do I think there will ever be a new Mass Effect game? No. At this point, I really don't think it's ever gonna happen. As much as they like to tease every time of N7 Day, I think is what it's called. Basically Mass Effect Day. Every day that it comes around, no matter how much teasing and stuff that they try to promote for Mass Effect, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Which is pretty hard to say what I would normally have said it. I would have said, on a normal day, that I don't believe it happening as much as I believe my work getting a new building, because we are in need of it so bad. There is a good chance that we will actually see a new building soon, but like all the actual... You probably do want to say pessimistic people at work. Like all of them, I won't believe it actually happening until I see them breaking ground and actually building the damn thing. I think we're at the point where we are the closest to having it, though, because we have the funds for it. But we'll see. I'm still gonna believe that we're never gonna get another Mass Effect game. Still fully believe that, though. But if they do keep wanting to tease it, and people keep wanting to talk about the odds of it, I'll say until I see a demo being held, like, not a demo, not even a demo, until I see what is it? Not alpha version, beta, there we go. Until there is a beta, if they even need one for a game like that, I'm not entirely sure. Until there's a beta and or an alpha, depending on how it would work with a game like that. Because, let's be real, I love video games, but it's not like I know the process 100% well. So, until I see that, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because then at least with an alpha version, we would be able to play it. Even if it never got released. Fully released. Because alpha version's pretty much right there. Looking at you, 7 days to die being an alpha as long as you did. And then finally dropping 1.0, but basically saying fuck you to the console version that you've had. Here's another thing, too. You could probably give crap to Warframe as well. Because I think they also recently said Warframe has basically been in alpha game. Or, like, in the alpha stage for pretty much a long time. I did that wrong. Because the story isn't complete and they're technically always working on the story. So the game hasn't even fully released, which is why it seems odd to me that they're trying to push for the Soulframe thing. Because they want to say Warframe isn't a fully released game yet, but also want to start working on another game. Or have been working on another game. That kind of sucks. But I do love that in hindsight, that Warframe's only considered an alpha or beta, whichever one they said. All because they say it. When anybody who has played the game and have gotten anywhere far in just like the quest lines, the storyline, anything like that, not in collecting all the guns or frames or companions, anything like that. If you just X out all the extra stuff outside of the story, that game feels like a complete game because of how much content there already is. And it's just like we're getting free DLC every time they drop a new update. You're thoughtful, thank you. You know what I should do? Even if I don't want to play Animal Crossing again anytime soon, I should make sure that I get anything free in the store for the update. And like anything free for the Harvest Moon games, Story of Seasons games that I bought recently. Make sure again that I have all the free stuff. Because I have gone back here and there over time when I'm buying another game or another Story of Seasons game and see that there was some DLC that was free, but I just never downloaded or didn't realize that that it was available for free. So if you have any Story of Seasons games on whatever console you play them on, and you haven't checked the DLC, even of older ones that you may not play again, download the free ones just in case, or look to see if you missed any. Because if you go back to it, it'd be nice to have a little bit of a change. Unless the free stuff is nothing that interests you. Then, don't worry about it. Because does that mean I'll be buying or, like, wearing everything that I got for free for any of the games that I got? No. Doesn't mean I'll wear all of it. But having it always feels like a good idea. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Because I did actually check the trees today. Nah, we're good. 2 sunny days in a row because of the festival coming right up. Sunny. I love that I still knew it was going to happen, but I still had to look at it. Oh no, the cat! Good morning, Nick. The chicken festival is at the beach at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Would you like to enter chicken? Yeah, I'll enter. Alright, so if I remember who got sick the last time that I played and forgot to feed them, I genuinely did forget, not just because they were a lazy piece of shit that decided not to eat the feed that was in their face. It was Totoro that got sick, so Kiki, you're up, Kiki. You have to love me enough to at least get third, right? Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, time. Well, and I'll find the cat later. Totally forgot. Forgot that I should not be carrying the cat outside today. And I'm actually gonna need another quick break. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. You know, at this rate, I don't think I need to explain why the break was necessary. Just fun times. Man, watering things really kills my brain. Oh my god. Just realized even with the festival day, we gotta go through one more day of Yams together. Listen, at least you guys can say the amount of Yam days you guys experience has lessened in some way, shape, or form. Because you're not seeing every Yam day, I'm still going through a lot more. But I think you guys still are stuck with a lot of Yam days. A lot. Man, would it be nice if I got the wool thing today? Or tomorrow? Oh yeah, I need a cat. Okay, I think the good thing is that for the most part, unless the cat really begins to wander, or the pet that you accidentally bring outside when somebody's there to talk to you, at least the pet, unless they go immediately wandering far, they should be pretty much in front of Takagura's house. I still think it sucks that the cat doesn't have its own house. Why doesn't the cat get its own house? I feel like it deserves it. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're having a good time. I am still hoping that in some way when you get that double, it counts as actually 2 in the count. That would be so nice. And wouldn't it really suck if for some reason I didn't get this sprite, the wool shearing sprite? Wouldn't that suck if that was the one that I never got? Just to make it to where I don't get the 101 sprites? That would suck. A lot. Oh my god. So much. No, I guess the one that would really suck is if it was the 100, the 9th channel sprite. If that one didn't show up. That one would make me sad. Like, hold on, now I'm paranoid. I know in all hindsight, it just says shipped. It doesn't say specifically by shipping bin. Hold on. I'm suddenly super paranoid. You must ship 100,000 items. Okay. Produce on my farm. The produce on my farm bit scares me. But it says items that count are crops, flowers, tree fruit, milk, eggs, or wool. So it should realistically be, as long as it's a crop, flower, tree fruit, milk, eggs, or wool, it should be fine, but now I'm just getting paranoid. I'm getting paranoid of how direct it needs to be. What about the circus while I have this pulled up? What about that again? I'm not even saying anything that just says circus. I don't know. Maybe the circus doesn't exist. You know, I don't care. Let's go back to doing things that make sense. And not worrying about how possibly strict to how the words say that this is gonna be. And that everything that I've done is fine. And I'm just now starting to worry too much just because now it's in my head. It better not. It better not. Count your days, Harvest Moon. DS. Don't make me lose my mind, please. Just let me have a normal time. Normal time. Oh, and because chicken's gone, we better make sure to put 4 feet in. Because if we don't put 4 feet in, somebody's gonna go hungry. Oh, shit, I just remembered. Well, I don't think... Well, I'm definitely not gonna be able to buy feed with you guys. Because I can't buy feed tomorrow since it's the festival and Sunday they're closed. I don't care. And no, I wasn't angry. I just didn't want the milk. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I am a little bit more annoyed though at how much it has already rained in summer compared to how much it rained during spring. No, I do think we did get plenty of rainy days in spring. I think that's also part of the reason why I had trouble forgetting to water my cabbages at one point. Because I had gotten so used to it being rainy that I just forgot. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But yeah, guys, hope for me. Hope for me to be done with doing the touch glove on the sheep, or at least not having to worry about replenishing all the sheep when the time comes. Oh, because maybe... Not saying I should have a backup at this point, because now we're too many years in with way too much more yams going for us to do it. But we could just build a lot of coops, or we could go about turning all the buildings into golden lumber. Just so then that way we really don't have to worry about storms at all. Even though I'm still gonna try to avoid having a storm no matter what. Just because it is truly such a pain in the ass to make your animals love you in this game. Even though obviously I have a bunch of medicine and it'll be fine, it's still a pain. I do love hearing the music just slowly die every time I'm out of this minigame. Although I am interested to hear what this minigame sounds like slowed down. The way that they slow it down with the fatigue. Okay, how bad are we? 88! That we should be able to take care... no, I don't think our last batch of sheep will need to be sheared. I think we'll be okay. We should be able to stay healthy as a horse. Yeah, and still make it to the thing. Make it to the spring. It's like, am I really not close enough to talk to the sheep? Ooh, I was just too fatigue off. No, I was a couple of fatigue off from being screwed. Hey, luckily enough, our ducks did start laying eggs together again. Yes. Everything is perfect. Everything is grand. $98. Just 2 away from passing out. Just 2. Bum bum ba 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 bum. And tomorrow will be faster because all we need to do is just take care of the animals and then go to the festival because we can't give gifts to the Witch Princess. So don't worry, guys. Today's the last day you have to hear the Witch Princess dialogue again. Don't worry about that. You know, I think it was... Okay. I think it was an accessory that you could get. And Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, and more Friends of Mineral Town. I think it was an accessory that you could get. Or maybe an upgrade with the Witch Harvest Goddess or something like that. That would let you be able to see your fatigue and stamina. Or maybe just your stamina. Be able to see your stamina with the tool or accessory. But they took that option away in the Story of Seasons by making it available to you always, seeing your stamina and fatigue, which is awesome. I love that. Obviously, it's not that much of a problem for me in this game. Why? Because I'm very good at keeping the bangle on and actually looking at it, although I did have to get a little bit encouraged by commenters on YouTube to do so, because I didn't have the bangle for the longest time and just raw dogged it, being like, I don't think I'm that close to passing out. And then I wonder why I would pass out 2 seconds later. Because I didn't have the bangle on that would help me see when I was about to pass out, so I could take medicine or eat something. All my fault. Made the first little bit of the mine adventures in this save terrible, all because I wouldn't use the one of the few things that they gave you for free right off the bat. Which, especially with how some of the accessories, how effective some of the accessories were that they gave you right off the bat, is very handy that they give it to you right away. Now, it might have been understandable with how much you have to do in the game, and that's why they did it, because they were actually thinking ahead of what could make things a little easier on the player. But you also know what would have made things easier on the player? Having better localization. I say, again, talking from a viewpoint, that I have no idea how difficult it is to do that. And I do fully understand that. I'm just gonna give it shit and be harsher about it because of how ridiculous Natsume has treated X-Seeds and Marvelous since they wanted to be on their own. Ever since that. All because of that, I'm gonna keep giving them crap. And I don't really care. God. I'm like also remembering that I never got a kid in Harvest Moon Tale of Two Towns. Just barely got married. Good lord. I do appreciate it though, that some of the games show the difficulty of actually... the difficulty that can happen when actually marrying people or getting families, bigger families, going through all that. I appreciate it. Like, the mechanics of the cows, even though it was taken away in the Story of Seasons, which I kind of wish that you could choose to have that option back. Not gonna lie. I kind of wish you could have, like, choose to have the harder difficulty of your cows only giving milk, your cows, and, pretty sure it'll be goats too, unless the goats, as soon as they ran dry, they were dry for good. I don't know about that. All I do remember for 100% was, in order for your cows to keep giving milk after a certain point, they had to get pregnant. They had to get pregnant in order to keep giving milk. I kind of wish that was still in the game. Or it was an option that you could turn on. Because I, now being older and understand it better, because that was a mechanic that just blew my mind out of the water after having so many games just be, oh yeah, as long as you own the animal and you keep it alive and healthy, it will always give you a product. It blew my mind when I found out about how the cows work in A Wonderful Life. And I didn't understand it, I was hard-headed about it, didn't care, whatever, you know, it sucked. So I kind of wish that they would let you have that difficulty, or be able to do that kind of difficulty, like Stardew Valley with the bundles. Granted, I don't know what was available when the game first came out. There could have been a lot of updates and a lot of changes, and I know obviously there's been mods that have come out since then. I never had a mod for the bundles in Stardew Valley for the community center, but I always loved the idea that you could change the difficulty of the community center or make it easier. Anything like that, whatever. I like that. The main thing that I do remember about the community center though is that the last time I played Stardew Valley, I got the community center finished in a year. In the first year, which is what I had strived for many playthroughs that I started over. I'm pretty sure it was less than 5, but it's also difficult to count some of the playthroughs that I started when I wanted to play with friends, and we never got anywhere with it. I don't feel like those are ones that should count toward how many times it took. So if I count the ones that I actually finished the community center and played through the first... I think it's played through the first 2 years, because that's when Grandpa gives you his rating, I believe, is after the second year. Or maybe it's after the first year. I don't remember. Anyway, I count when you go through the rating from Grandpa as an actual playthrough for Stardew Valley. And I think that was the 2-year mark, please. Begging. Whoops. So, yes, I am... So it really didn't take me many playthroughs, and after my first playthrough of Stardew Valley, where I did the base community center bundles, I never did the base starting set again, because I always had them randomized. I love the randomized option so much, because it makes it very easy to restart and do the bundles all over again. And I think the two main options that I kind of remember from the bundle, from choosing how the bundles work in the community center too, is you can turn off the fishing bundle one if you want like the regular bundle system, but you don't want the fishing bundle. You can turn off the fishing bundle and it'll give you something else. And I think there's also an option to make it to where either the cabbage seeds the cabbage isn't forced to be in a bundle, or it forces the game to have the cabbage for sure available at the traveling merchant. Because for people who have not played Stardew Valley seriously, or played it at all, in a sense, the thing that will slow you down on finishing out the community center is the cabbage. Because the cabbage is not available to buy for seeds until the second year of the game. And the only other way that you can get the cabbage seed is if you get lucky with the traveling merchant having it as part of their inventory. And that is obviously being available to you before a certain point in summer, if I remember right? When the cabbage seed was able to be planted? I think so. So yes, it was it's a very difficult item, and it is heavily based on RNG if you can even achieve that part of the bundle. Now, I think it might not even be the seed that you buy from her. It might just be a straight cabbage that you can buy. That part I don't remember. And that I could say was not the community center bundle that I completed in the first year. I did randomize it. So I didn't have the cabbage. Not like I chose to not have the cabbage. The randomization didn't give me it, okay? Valley News Flash. The annual Chicken Festival will be held today. Cursed Farms Kiki will be there, so go for support. Nick, arrive at the beach venue between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Yes, go for support Nick. Go to support for Nick. I don't even remember how it was said. And it's a Saturday, so I could sell everything. What a grand day. So, yeah, I do remember that being a thing. Holy crap. Now, I would kind of like to see if I could ever complete a bundle, or complete the base bundle in a year. even though I would have to say, oh, there, okay, so on top of, I think it might just remove, like, that is how it does it anyway. I don't think it's an option saying remove cabbage from the bundle. I think the actual item in the settings, like, the actual setting that lets you do it, to turn off the cabbage, says, make it possible for the bundle to be finished in a year's time. I think it's that thing that you click in the settings when you're making your game that gives you the ability to get rid of the cabbage. I think it also specifically says that that's what it does. One of these times I should just try it, though. Try to complete the first year with the cabbages being one of the options. Not randomizing the bundle. Going back to the base one, remembering what it's like. I'll let you know, though, the one mod that I will never turn off is having the elevator in the Skull Cavern. Absolutely not am I ever getting rid of that. That will forever be the one mod I desperately need. Now, obviously, I don't care about having elevators in these mines because I don't have to keep going back to the mine to get resources that I need to upgrade things on my farm. I don't need to do that. I only needed to go in there. If you do it one at a time, you only need to go in there 6 times, I believe, for how many tools that you can upgrade. Well, 6 times, and then depending on if you were finding the tool and the wood. But it's nowhere near the amount of times you have to go in to the Skull Cavern to get the purple mining things. I don't even remember what they're called. Iridescent? It's not irradiated. I don't know what. Iridium. It's iridium. That's what it is. To get iridium stuff, how many times you have to go back is insane. So, no. Because of that, that is the entire reason why I don't care. That's the entire reason why I need the elevator. Okay, we still don't need this speed. The barn feed's good. Gotta find out if Kiki can get us 3rd place. Makes sense to get 3rd place when we have 3 hearts. 3s all around! And can one set of sheep need to be sheared today to show us that we can get the 700 wool? Let's go! I keep thinking the day is going to be longer than it actually will be. Because we don't have to spend 20 minutes with the Witch Princess. It's gonna be faster and better and amazing! Nice. Okay. Do you like how I also stop doing the minigame as soon as I get large? I'm trying to save my muscle in my arm from how flexed I make it just to try to get the large milk out of these frickin' cows. I'm not angry. Nope. I'm not angry. Well, if I don't get large, that is completely my fault. I kept stopping. I didn't keep moving the mouse. Good God. Everything went perfectly today. That's why it confuses me so much when it goes wrong either once or with every cow randomly. I just don't get it. We're not gonna get any sheep to shear. Dang it! I was really hoping we would. So I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we did already shear the 2 golden lumber barns. Is that all 4? Yeah, that was, okay. Moving on. Doing great things. Dang. Okay, well, I will be super annoyed if it ends up being, like, tomorrow when I get it. You've got no idea. Actually, I don't know why I'm guessing. I can just look to see how close I am. It's not going to be the most perfect of numbers, but I can see. Not here. Should I shear sheep tomorrow? If it's even possible to shear sheep. No. No. I kind of want to say I am... two more full shearing of sheep away from being able to do it. Nope. I think that's how far away I am. Okay, the 3 can go. The 3 can go. The 4 stays. 3 can go. The 4 stays. There we go. That is how we properly do this. How do I get this stupid circus? There has to be some way that I'm missing. Because I promise you, there was like something that told me, what is it? I could have sworn there was somewhere that I read about the stupid circus. But I don't see just circus option, which is weird. Maybe I could look it up by villagers. There we go. Because Barney Circus, my bad. Barney won't appear in the valley until after your child has been born. Oh. Makes sense that I would need a child before a circus moves in. Which would also be why I never remember, or I never had the chance to see the circus because I've said it before and I'll say it again. I never made it that far in the game. Like, not that far in years, because it is super easy to marry the normal bachelors and bachelorettes. So it's not a necessary thing. Or not that much of a necessary thing. So yeah. I would get them married, probably have a kid well before the circus was available. Let's go. Everyone, we're gonna start judging now. Entry number 1 is Phoebes. You're gonna beat me, Phoebes. Entry number 2 is Chantel. Chantel will also beat me. Entry number 3 is Home. I'm gonna beat Home. Last one is Kiki. I know I'm saying it too soon, but it's Kiki. Let's go, Kiki. Give us the win. Give us not the win. It's not the win. It's not the win. Give us third. Give us third. Third. Winner is Phoebes. Runner-up is Fuck Home. Third place. Dang it! Sorry, Kiki. You got 4th. You got 4th. You suck. Okay. It wasn't raining tomorrow, right? Like, I know, I was about to say, I have a feeling I forgot to check the weather, but it's not raining, right? We're good. Okay. This one is Kiki. You failed. Thank you for trying. Deal. Okay, bedtime! So then that way I can hopefully go through... If it's 2 more shearings of sheep, then I would assume it's either gonna happen... That's like 16 days, 23... That might happen when we're doing the cow festival. Based on my rough math there, I'm gonna try to get as close as possible to the cow festival, so then that way we can do it together and hopefully see us getting the last wool sprite, or the last animal team sprite. Last normal team sprite, actually. Because that's where we're at. That's how good we're doing. We only have the TV station one left. We've got it. Once we get this red team sprite, we'll be all done with regular sprites. We'll be living the dream. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be obviously doing another video next week. It will be circled around the cow festival and maybe our last easy sprite that's left, and I'm not gonna worry about the parameters being too strict on the 100,000 items shipped. I'm not. I am. I'm gonna worry about it until I'm too focused on Warframe, and then it'll be gone until I open up this game again, so. Give me luck, guys. And of course, give anybody else luck that's going for special candidates. They are a trouble. They're troublesome. So, again, thank you so much for all your support. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Hopefully I'll see you next week. I'm still terrible. Bye.